This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So in the session we had yesterday, we made, basically introduction to transaction, the concept of transactions in SAP FICA, where every time we post a document into FICA, every time a document is posted in FICA, there will be a kind of a link happening between two important definitions. One is a main transaction and one is a sub transaction. That means the FICA document is posted because of an origin. Okay. So how does the FICA document get posted? We can say it could be due to an invoice. Okay. An invoice is coming from SAP ISU or telecom or sales and distribution or any other industry specific solution like insurance. In that generic solution, you have the configuration for preparing the invoices. Okay. So once the invoice is prepared in the particular module, in the particular IS solution, when the invoice is saved, automatically a posting will happen into FICA. A FICA document is posted. This is what we know already. Or we can also directly post a document in FICA, post a doc in FICA directly. There are many business processes where we are posting the information directly into FICA. Like for example, we are entering incoming payment, or we are creating a security deposit, or we are doing some write-off of bad debts, or let's say for example, we are calculating the interest on the overdue items. In all these cases, we actually process a document directly in the FICA. Okay. That means broadly speaking, there are two ways how the document is getting posted into FICA. Either because of a generic business process, which is leading to invoice, and that invoice is getting posted into FICA, or we are running a process directly in FICA as per the process requirement, as a result of which a document is posted in FICA. Okay. So once a FICA document is posted, the FICA journey will start. Okay. How to deal with the open item, how to clear it. Okay. What is the lifespan? What is the life cycle activities that can happen for the FICA document? That is what the whole FICA is all about, the course. Okay. But at this point of time, what we have to understand is whatever could be the reason or the source because of which we are posting a document in FICA, when the posting is happening into FICA, the document is identified by a main transaction, and corresponding to main transaction, there will be at least one or many sub transactions. These sub transactions are basically, each sub transaction is indicating whether the amount is going to be debited to contract account or whether it's going to be credited to contract account. Okay. So sub transactions are more like revenue items. Okay. These are like revenue items. So we have to maintain the account determination for the revenue items, and the total value which is arising because of posting to contract account has to be posted to the contract account and also to reconciliation account, because every contract account is a sub-ledger account. Okay. It's a kind of a sub-ledger account. Instead of standard account receivable, we are using the FICA sub-ledger account. Okay. So naturally, when you prepare a FICA document, the value of the FICA document is debited to contract account or credited to contract account. But as per the rule, whenever you are posting to sub-ledger account, parallelly, the information has to be posted to reconciliation account. So we have to maintain the reconciliation account determination, and also you have to maintain the sub-transaction reconciliation account. Now, yesterday we have created some main transactions and the sub-transactions, and we have assigned them to our company code. Actually, you can assign them to company code and the division if suppose you are doing in ISU, or directly you are assigning to company code if you are posting directly into FICA. So at this moment, we are directly posting into FICA. Shortly after some time, we will also configure one set of configurations in IS utilities so that we will be in a position to prepare an invoice. Okay. But in case of ISU, what happens? The billing and invoicing will happen, and both are based on a contract. A contract is a must actually if you're using ISU, and contract itself is a function of a division. That means for every division you will have a contract. Okay. So division also will come into picture. That's the reason the main transactions, sub transactions have to be assigned to company code and the division. So that part we are keeping it on hold. We will deal with that shortly after some time. So yesterday we have defined a set of main transaction and the sub transactions. So if you go to basic functions and then select here postings and documents, document, and then maintain document assignments, maintain main transactions. So yesterday we have defined one main transaction. Our application area is R. Reference FICA we are using for IS utilities. The environment here is utility solution. So we have defined one main transaction as 555. Okay, this is the main transaction we have defined. It is 5,000. Sorry, application area R, and 5,000 is the main transaction. Okay, sundry receivables or miscellaneous posting. Okay, that means the FICA document is identified as a document posted in FICA for posting the miscellaneous receivables to contract account. But what are the items you are posting? So for that, you have the sub transaction. So you are given the sub transactions. Some example, application area R, 5,000 is the main transaction for which you have defined 5001, 002, 503, 5004. These are basically sub transactions we have maintained, and we have configured them as a debit entry. When we maintain the assignment to the company code, we have marked for them debit entry and manual posting. Okay, but we also added one more sub transaction which will cause the amount to be credited to contract account, that is credit charges. Okay, now we have maintained the reconciliation account determination for 5,000. Now for individual sub transaction we have to maintain the revenue account determination. So yesterday we have done the revenue account determination for one of the sub transaction 5001. Now directly going to the transaction code, EK01 is for reconciliation account determination. Our chart of account is INT. So for the company code 5000, division we are not maintained, ID is 50, and 5000 is the main transaction. So we have assigned one GL account 1,48,000. It's a reconciliation account. Now we also have to maintain the general ledger accounts for the sub transaction EK02. Okay, so here we have maintained, I think, for one of the sub transaction 5,000, 50, and then main transaction 5,000. Okay, so here I think we did not maintain it. Basically GL account we have to maintain. I think we have defined it, but then we have to assign it. So let me see whether I maintained anything for 5,000. 555. Our company code is 555. 5,000. I think we haven't defined, but for EK01 we have defined. So company code is 5,000. 555. Actually, company code is 555. Sorry. So for 555, ID for account determination 50. This is the main transaction. Okay. Now we will see EK02 whether we have maintained for the company code 555. We haven't maintained. But then yesterday we have defined one tax code. Why tax code is required? Whenever you are going to post to sub ledger, whenever you're going to post a sub transaction GL account, the tax code also has to be entered, because based on the tax code, the tax will be determined. So the tax account also will be credited. Okay, if you're debiting the contract account, the tax account will be credited. Okay, so we have got a GL account 8,520, which is basically like a price. So we can create some GL accounts which you can going to assign for the sub transaction. So going back to our definition here, we have got 5,001, that is for price. Okay, let us say 5,001 is for price. 5,001 is for price. This is the definition of sub transaction. Then 5,002 is our installation charges, and 5,003 packing and forwarding. So basically 5003 packing and forwarding, and then 5004 is consultancy. 5004 is consultancy. So you have identified, just as an example, 4 sub transactions. Okay, each one of them can be revenue item. It will be revenue item. So we have to maintain GL account determination. Now in the standard chart of account INT, we have got a GL account 8,520,000. Okay, so we can select it and copy it and then create 4 GL accounts, and then subsequently we'll maintain them for the company code as well. Okay, so let me go to FSP0, and then we will copy from 8,520,000. We created as 8,600,000. I think yesterday we created. This is standing energy, lump sum energy. I think not this one. Okay. Basically, we'll create now one new GL account 800,800, which is not there. So we will say this is going to be 800, 800, 800, 800, and this will be 800, 801, and then this will be 800, 802, and this will be 800, 803. So let us create these 4 GL accounts first in the chart of account, and then we will assign them to company code. So I'm going to create this particular GL account, select it, create with the reference. We already have 8,520,000 chart of account INT. So we will say this is a profit and loss account. This is say this is a product price, product or service price. So price for product and services, for products and services. Then language is English. Simply we'll maintain it as price and then save it. So 8,800,000 I prepared the GL account. Now I will create the next GL account FS00 801 80. We'll create with FSP0 again 800,801 chart of account INT, create with the reference 800, 800 chart of account INT. So this we'll call it as the installation charges. Installation. So installation charges, and then save it. Now we will create the next one, that is create. So come back again, FSP0 8,800,002. Okay, create with INT, create with reference 800,801 INT. So this I'm going to call it as package and forwarding. So packaging and forwarding. So we have created the 002. Then we will create the next one, FSP0 8003. Okay. Create with reference. It is 800,802. Chart of account INT. We'll call this as basically the consultancy. So we'll call it as energy consultancy charges, and then save it. So we have defined the GL accounts basically in the chart of account. Now let me enter them for the company code. So go to FS00 800 we are defining it for the company code 555555. Our company code is 555 and create with the reference. We will copy from 8,520 maintained already for the company code, that is 555, and then continue. Control data, it's a P&L account, and then save it. Now I will maintain for 555, create with the reference. So basically we are maintaining in the company code currency, Indian rupees. And finally 3. So all the 4 GL accounts have been maintained. Now we will go to EK02, okay, wherein we are going to maintain the sub-transaction GL account determination, make an entry. Our company code is 555. Our ID for account determination is 50. We are doing for a household. The main transaction is 5,000 and our sub-transaction is 5001. Okay. So for 5001, it is 800, 800. Now tax code you have defined yesterday as 50 for India. So select 50. So this is what I was telling. That means when you are posting to a particular sub-transaction, we can determine the rate of tax based on the tax determination code 50. Okay. That means we can use one tax code here. Based on this, the rate of tax will be calculated. Okay. But if the multiple taxes, rate of taxes have to be calculated, how to do it? Okay. That means, let us say this particular revenue account, what you're posting, the amount will attract two charges of two different taxes. Okay. So how to do it? Okay. As you can see here, it is limited by only one tax code. Okay. So in that case, how to add the other one? So that we'll see in the future. Some adjustment we have to do. How to handle it, we'll see. But technically speaking, at this point of time, we can say we are able to have the rate of tax determined using one particular tax code. Okay. So now we will enter this and then save it. Now similarly, I'll maintain account determination for the second one. So I'll just copy this, single copy. Everything remaining same. Now it will become 5002. Okay. And the GL account will be 801. And then continue installation and then save it. Now I will copy this and then maintain the third one, that is 5003, which is going to be 801 802. It will be 802. That is packing and forwarding, and then save it. And then after that we have the last one, that is copy this particular line, single copy 5004, which is for consultancy. So our GL account is 803 consultancy, and then save it. So you maintain the GL account determination for all the 4 revenue accounts. Now the credit posting, what you're going to do in the future, for that we'll do it separately. We'll maintain separate GL account determination for the credit posting. Okay. So at the moment we are having for the debit entry. So the contract account will be debited and the revenue accounts will be credited as per the pricing rule. Okay, that we know already. Now we will get into the discussion on the document what you have to post in the FICA. Okay, so basically at this point of time, what we are saying, we are going to post directly a document in FICA, like sundry receivables or miscellaneous receivables. Okay, so you can process the document directly in FICA. So if you go to contract accounts receivable and payable, and then you go to document, here FPE1, you're going to have a document getting posted. Okay, so document date will come, posting date will come, and currency will come, reconciliation key will come. So you need to understand here what is the concept of reconciliation key. But before that, we must identify the document type. Okay, we need a document type because we are now recording a transaction. Okay, so whenever you are recording any transaction in SAP, we have to record it using a document type. Okay. Each document type has its own definition why the document is getting posted, and each of the document has to be identified with a unique number. So we have to maintain the number ranges, and the document type has to be assigned with the number ranges. Okay. But when you actually post a document in FICA, what are the fields you would like to have shown to you for making some entry? Okay. So for that, you have got a BP item line layout is there. Okay. You got screen variant and you got a BP item line layout. So in the BP item line layout, we will be configuring our own variant. Okay. That means when you enter the line items in the FICA document, what are the fields you would like to use? Okay. So we have to configure a document type. We have to maintain the number ranges, assign the number ranges to document type, and we have to configure the BP item line layout entry, basically variant we have to configure. So if you are ready with these four, we are ready to do the document posting. So first we'll go to the definition of the document type, what we have it in FICA. So let me go to here, the FICA itself. Now we come to basically we are in FICA as of now, contract constable. Go to basic functions. Here we have got document types. We have got document types, but the number ranges what we have to assign are defined in the basic settings. Okay, in the basic settings we have to define the number ranges. So here we have got the maintain document number ranges. Okay, maintain document number ranges. Central setting for posting. This is okay. You can see it later. And lock reasons down. Okay, straight away we'll go to maintain document number ranges interval. Now basically in case of ISU itself and also in FICA, we recognize two types of number ranges. Okay, one is a single document is getting posted. Okay, either you are directly posting in FICA one single document, or a invoice is prepared in ISU, which is a single invoice, or you can say invoice prepared for one contract account that we are preparing in ISU invoice module, and because of which a FICA document is posted. Okay. Naturally, one FICA document is getting posted. So for the single FICA document posting, we must have one number range. But in actual business process, what happens? We do mostly recording the mass transactions. Okay. So we can imagine there are two possibilities here. Technically speaking, we can say I prepared one single invoice. I can prepare one single invoice for a contract account. I should not use one single invoice because sometimes joint invoicing will happen where I'm preparing invoice for the same contract account with the multiple billing documents. So I will say I am preparing invoice for a particular contract account. Based on this, a invoice is prepared and this invoice is getting posted into FICA. This is one possibility. Okay, this is one possibility. But in reality, we don't do this because we have millions of contract accounts and you have to periodically create invoices for them. Okay, suppose you got, let's say, total population of 10 million consumers in our utility area where you are providing utility services. Every month periodically, if not all the 10 million, at least 80% of being the household consumer, we have to prepare meter reading, billing and invoicing. Okay, but again you cannot do the billing, invoicing, everything in one single day because the load will be too high. So typically it is spread over the whole month. Okay, some contracts meet reading will happen in first day of the month, then second day of the month, third day of the month. So we schedule it. Okay, but in a day will be creating again mass transaction. Let's say 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, or maybe 10 lakh. Okay, or 5 lakh invoices are going to prepare. That means 5 lakh contract accounts you are going to process the invoice. So naturally you have to go for mass processing. The mass processing can be done in two ways. You can do it as a background processing. You can schedule it. It can be background processing. Or we can also use the facility. Sorry. We can also do something called parallel processing. Okay. We do parallel processing quite often in ISU. And there are a lot of processing in FICA itself we do as parallel processing. Like for example, automatic clearing, or Dunning run. In all these cases, sorry. So we are preparing at a time n number of documents in FICA. Okay. But naturally, if you're preparing, let us say, for 10,000 content accounts, invoices at one single time, we expect 10,000 FICA documents to be posted. So for this, we have to maintain a different number range. Okay. Now, how will the system differentiate? Whatever number ranges we are defining for mass processing, they should be identified with a alphanumeric identification number. Let's say R1, which is having number from range from 1 lakh to, let's say, 3 lakh. Okay, 3 lakh 99. Okay. So if I use this number range, it means R1 is a number range having 1 lakh to 3 lakh 99,999. This number range I can assign it to a document type which can be posted in our the mass processing. Okay, but like that we also maintain a separate number range for single posting. Okay, so single posting I will say 50 starting from 1 to 99,000. I'm just giving an example here. That means for every document type we can maintain the single transaction posting number range and the mass processing. So first we will create here single transaction for that one number range. Already so many number ranges we have defined because we define different types of document types. Some coming through ISU, some directly getting posted in FICA itself. So let me add one new interval number range, which is 50. Because we're using everywhere 5, we will start with 50. Now what is the available free number, numerical number? We have something available from 90,001. Okay. Now, we might be posting around during the course roughly around 200 or 300 FICA documents. I mean, maximum, it cannot be more than that. But we'll still maintain the number range as 9,500. So we can post around 500 documents, or we can make it as 90,999. Okay. It's an internal number range, enter, and then save it. So now I have prepared one FICA document type number range. Already we have got some number ranges maintained for mass processing. Okay, for example, you can see here R1. Okay, it is having number range from 60 to 600. R5. Okay, so one of these number ranges we can also use for assigning mass processing in case if you are doing. Okay, so after having defined the number range, we will go to understand the concept of document. Okay, go to document, maintain document types and assign the number ranges. Now, typically when you post a FICA document, what is the purpose of posting that document? Okay, so let us say I prepared a ISC advice and then that is getting posted into FICA. So you can call the FICA document is the invoicing FICA document. So for that we have got FA. Okay, FA is the document type where invoices come from ISU and then that got posted into FICA. As a result, FICA document is prepared and the FICA document is identified by FA. Okay, or we have done some, let's say interest calculation we have done. Okay, so EX is a document. General document means multi-purpose. I can use it for incoming payment, I can use it for posting a security deposit, depending on how. That means after defining this document type, maybe in some places we have to declare it. For this process, this document has to be used. Okay, so we will see in future whenever such case will happen. Like for example, when you're doing the clearing, okay, payment clearing. Again, different types of incoming payment clearing you are doing, cashless payment clearing or payment lot clearing. So for each one of them, a document type is required. Okay, so probably in that particular scenario, we'll be declaring a document type. For cash payment posting, one document type at the cash desk. But suppose at the cash desk I'm making a payment through credit card, then one document type. Or maybe I'm posting as a check at the cash desk counter. For that posting, I will have one document type. So you can maintain as many document types as per your process requirement. Okay. Now we will define one document type here actually as 50, but normally you have to follow convention starting with Z or something, but 03 is already there, so we'll try 50. Okay, so let me go to new entry. I'll say 50 is the document type. Description: FICA, direct FICA posting, direct FICA, sundry receivable. Okay, sundry receivable. or direct FICA, sundry receivable. And then we have to maintain the number ranges. Okay. The number ranges is going to be basically 50 what we have prepared. Okay, number ranges, and then save it. Now this is for single transaction. Whenever you are processing a transaction, single FICA document is getting posted, then the number is 50. But suppose if you're going to process mass, then I can select this, maintain number range for mass processing, new entry. It will only show those number ranges which are defined with the alphanumeric, like R1, R5, R8, R9. So let us say R1 and then save it. Okay. So two number ranges you have to maintain. The additional number ranges for individual processing is a different concept. I will explain you when you are working with the parallel processing. Okay. So at the moment you are given the number ranges for this. Okay. Now, if suppose the document is posting through a generic process and it cannot be posted manually. Okay. So here we are saying not manually. Okay. Not manually. Let's say, for example, FA invoicing, you cannot post a document using FA manually, not manually. Why? Because we are not actually processing the document directly into FICA. It is coming actually because of an invoice being posted. Okay. That means in ISU, you prepared an invoice, and that invoice, when you save it, automatically it is generating a FICA document in the background. Okay. So naturally, that FICA document posted automatically. It is not through manual process. Okay. So if you check the box, then it will not allow us to post manually. Okay. In our case, we don't have to check it because we need to post it manually only. Okay. So we'll leave it open. Okay. That's the basic reason. And other things we can see later on. Okay. So now we will save it here. So we are going to use document type as 50. Okay. So we have got a number range, we have got a document type. Now we have to see the variant what we have to maintain. Okay. So let us see where is that variant. Screen preparation. Okay. Select the fields to be hidden. Define screen variant for document posting. This is already there. Define. Okay. Define screen variant for list entry of the business partner items. Okay. Business partner items means naturally when you are posting a FICA document, we have to incorporate some information about the business partner. Okay. That means for which business partner we are posting the FICA document or which contract account we are posting the FICA document. If you are posting for a business partner, if we enter, then if the business partner is having more than one contract account, okay, then which contract account we have to select. So we have to use the contract account also as one of the field. Okay. So basically you can design a layout according to your requirement. Okay. For example, suppose I am posting a FICA document, how the screen will come. If you go into contract accounts receivable and payable and then document post. Okay. So let's give some dummy reconciliation key P1 and I'm going to post. Okay. So business partner is one field, company code, net due date, contract account, and then main transaction, sub transaction, amount, contract. Okay. But in our case, initially, when you are posting, we don't require the contract field because we are not using the contract. So our account determination itself is happening independent of the division. There is no contract. Okay. So probably what I require, these are the fields what I would require. The business partner, first we can say company code, in which company code you are posting, and then business partner, and then the contract account. Now net due date, I don't want to maintain a field. Let the net due date be determined based on the payment term. Okay. So in the contract account, we are entering the payment term. So let it be determined from there. So I will not use the net due date as the one of the field. Okay. Then the company code is there, business partner is there, contract account is there. Then the main transaction, then the sub transaction, and then the amount what we are posting. Okay. Let's try to design one, BP line item variant, which you can use it while posting the FICA document. Okay. So how this variant you have to create, we will see. So we will go to our configuration, define the screen variant for business partner item. Here, basically, we are using a kind of a structure The fields what you would like to include in the variant are actually coming from a structure. The structure has got various fields. From those fields, we are putting the fields into our variant, what we are creating. Okay. For example, if you take SAP standard, okay, if you see the detail, it is a line layout, okay, basically for the business partner items document posting. Okay. But if you select SAP and then select the variant fields, we can see some of these fields. Okay. All these fields, what we are putting here, they are actually coming from a structure. Okay. So this structure may be consulted when the document is getting posted. As you know, structure in SAP is not a like a table which will hold the data, but the structure is like a table because it is having various fields. Okay. But ultimately, the data will not be held in the structure. Okay. In a real time, when the document is getting posted, maybe data can be posted into structure if it is required, but it doesn't stay there like a table. Okay. Now, in this case, we have got various fields. Okay. Now, for example, OPUPK, if I select this and then find out what is this field, if I go to the SC12 data dictionary and our particular structure here, what you're using is FKK PLST. That is the structure. So if I enter database table and then display, this is a structure which is having various fields. Okay. So whatever fields you would like to put under the BP item, they are actually maintained over here. Okay. And one of such field is basically OPUPK, copy, and then check what is that particular field. Go to the find button and then give it here and then check. So basically it is the item number in the contract account. Okay. Item number in the contract account document. That means in a FICA document, I can post one or many, items. Okay. So this is required. We forgot this. So one of the field we require is OPUPK. Okay. So item number. So first is the item number. And for this, the particular field is OPUPK. Okay. Then the second field, what we require, if you see in the variant field, GPART. GPART is for business partner. Okay. So for BP, we have got GPART. Okay. And for the company code, it is BUKURS. BUKRS. Company code is BUKRS. So line item number, company code, and the contact account for business partner, GPART, and VKONT. VKONT is a field for the contact account. And then main transaction, okay, HVORG. HVORG is a main transaction, HVORG. And then sub transaction is TVORG. Okay, sub transaction is TVORG. And then the amount is basically BTRW. Okay, we can find out if any doubt is there. In the find button, I'll search for BTRW, which is basically amount in the transaction in the currency. Okay, so BTRW is the amount. Okay. So let us put these fields in our line item variant for the business partner items and then create one variant basically. Okay, so now we'll go to create one variant. Although SAP is given, sometimes we may have to customize it. So that's why I'm trying to do a kind of a customization for our own BP item variant. Okay, so come back and then we'll select this and then make a new entry. Okay, new entry line layout is 50 PP items entry. PP items entry line layout and then save it, and then we will select the particular line layout variant fields. Okay, then new entry. So the table now consecutive number, we'll put it as starting with 10. Okay, why are starting with 10 even though it can be 1 2 3 4? Because tomorrow suppose I have to modify. Okay, if I put 1 2 3 4, due to some reason I want to have something added between 1 and 2, it is not possible because Already we have used as 1 and 2. In between, nothing is possible. Then I have to delete both and add. I mean, I have to delete the whole entries and then delete. So deliberately, we'll leave some gap. So if I start with 10, if I want to add anything before 10, it is possible because 1, 2, 3 up to 9 is available. Between 10 and 20, I can add. So we will give it as 10. So the first field is going to be the line item number, which is OPUK. Okay. So this is OPUK. So automatically it is bringing the table here, and then 20 is going to be company code, which is BUKRS. Okay, the company code. 30 will be the business partner, GPART, GPART, and 40 is going to be VKONT, content account. 50 is going to be HVORG, the main transaction, and then 60 is going to be TVORG, sub transaction, and 70 will be basically BETRW. Okay, that is the amount. This amount is basically what we are entering is the total gross amount, including the tax. Okay, so when you post a FICA document, it will actually calculate the tax included. So the net amount and the tax will be shown separately. Okay, so now we will save it. Okay. So you have designed one variant as 50. Okay. Now let us see how we can post a FICA document. Now let us introduce the concept of the reconciliation key. Okay. Reconciliation key. What is reconciliation key? The reconciliation key should not be confused with the reconciliation account. Okay. What is reconciliation key? Whenever you are posting a document in FICA, a reconciliation key has to be specified. Okay. Now, either you have to enter reconciliation key manually in some process. In some process, it can be determined automatically. That means you don't have to enter any reconciliation key. Because of the system control, it will happen automatically. Okay. For example, suppose I'm preparing a single invoice in ISU. When I'm posting into FICA, I have to enter a reconciliation key. Okay. But suppose I'm doing mass processing. Okay. Then I don't have to enter any reconciliation key. System will decide the reconciliation key. Okay. Similarly, suppose I'm doing, let's say, for example, a payment lot. Okay. I will enter the payment lot number. The payment lot number itself will be taken by the system as a reconciliation key. Okay. So how the reconciliation key happens can depend on the process. In this particular scenario where you are posting a FICA document manually, the reconciliation key has to be entered manually. Okay. What is this reconciliation key? It is actually going to say what is the document you have prepared. Not only one document, n number of documents in a particular day or in a particular period. Okay. Now, reconciliation key can be prepared in advance by the administrator and give it to the users who are going to post manually today. Suppose, for example, today from 9 o'clock to evening 5 o'clock, there are 4 users who are going to post the manual FICA document for posting some sundry receivables or some entries in the FICA directly. So we will create one FICA key, reconciliation key, and give it to them. Okay. Although you can enter reconciliation key ad hoc on the document itself, it will check whether the reconciliation can is already used or currently it is closed. Either way it will check, and it will not allow us to use that if it is already used. Okay. But suppose it's the new reconciliation key, then what will happen? It will allow us to go ahead. Okay. So first I'll create one reconciliation key and give it to the users. Okay. Now today I created first FICA document, FICA 1 with the reconciliation key. Suppose our reconciliation key, I'm going to use it as 5,000. Okay. We'll keep 5,000 today. Now I'll create another FICA document too, that is also with 5,000, and another FICA document. Like this, thousands of FICA documents today I'm posting manually with the one reconciliation key, 5,000. End of the day, when all postings are over, then what we'll do, we will close the reconciliation key. As long as it is not closed, it can be kept on using. I can go on using the same reconciliation key for doing some new postings. Okay. But suppose I've reached the end of the day session where all my postings are over. Okay. Then I will decide to close the reconciliation key. Then what would happen? whatever FICA documents have been prepared already with the same reconciliation key, they will be consolidated, aggregated for the GL account value. Okay. Let's say in each particular FICA document, there's a particular GL account. Okay. Let's say tax. Okay. Tax GL account and the value will be there in each FICA document. But once you close the reconciliation key, what it will do, it will find out how many FICA documents have been posted, how many values are there for individual tax account, and then it will summarize the value for the tax account. Okay. Then you can transfer the data to financial accounting. So while transferring the data to GL accounting system, it will ask us which reconciliation key data you are posting. So basically, the reconciliation key will help us to post a FICA document and subsequently use that as a parameter to identify how many FICA documents we have posted today. And then by closing it, we will allow the system to do aggregation by itself. We don't have to do any manual aggregation. The system will do itself. Like in our case, if I post a FICA document, there will be three GL accounts. One is the reconciliation account, one is the revenue account, let's say for example price, and one is the tax account. Let's say in 10 FICA documents I create, in each FICA document, the same three GL accounts will come and each one of them will have its own value. Okay. But when I close the reconciliation key, then what would happen? It will close all the FICA documents posted with that reconciliation key, and then it will summarize the value for each of these GL account, total value. Then the total value you are transferring it to financial accounting. So once you close the reconciliation key, it cannot be opened again. It cannot be reused because you already consolidated certain value of GL account for the system. Okay. So let's see how this will happen in our system. So I can create first reconciliation key manually here. Okay. And then use it in the subsequent process. So go to the contract accounts receivable and payable, go to the document, go to reconciliation key, and then create. You can create, you can close, you can display. These are the three activities. There's nothing like a change. You don't have to do any change. You create and close, that's it. Okay, and display. Go to create. If you do display, it'll show the status, whether the aggregation has happened, whether you have transferred data to financial accounting, or still the posting has not happened to financial accounting. So that kind of information you can see in the display part. Okay. Now I want to see whether I can use 5000 as the reconciliation key. Reconciliation key is permitted because so far it has not been used, and I can go ahead with this particular reconciliation key. Okay. So now I will create this and then save it. Okay. So 5000 is taken as the reconciliation key. Okay. Now let me prepare three FICA documents. Okay. Now let us find out what is the contract account we have created. And for that contract account, we will do some postings today. Actually, if you maintain more than one contract account, it is good enough. So what we'll do, currently we have got one contract account for one BP. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll create about three contract accounts. Although I maintain second one, that is with the budget billing. So we will use, let us say, three contract accounts and then do individual posting for individual contract accounts. So that means three FICA documents I'm going to prepare. Let me find out what is the contract account I prepared so far. So if I go to my contract account created based on the company code group, the group company code group what I've created is 555. Okay. If I find out here, it has got two contract accounts, 5101, 5102, but both are different. So let us use 5101 as the basis and then create the GL account. So we will say copy this 5101. So 5101 is existing contract account created for the business partner 226. Okay. So let me create two more contract accounts. Go to CAA1, create the contract account. Business partner is 226. And our contract account category we have created as 50. This is a standard contract account category. And the reference contract account is 5101. Okay. I will use it as a reference and then create 5101. So it will simply copy existing data, tolerance group, payment term. Payment term is immediately. Okay. If I post today, amount is due. Okay. So payment and taxes, dunning, and then save it. Okay. So I created the new GL account 5103. Okay. So 5101 is there, then 5103 is there. One more contract account I'll prepare with 5103 as the reference, and then payment and taxes, dunning, and then save it. So 5104. I created one more contract account, 5104. So let us prepare a FICA document with the same day. Let's say if I can post it today's date or backdated also. But backdated you'll see in future when you're posting for the dunning and the interest calculation. We'll do purposely with the backdated entry so that we can see the effect of dunning or the interest calculation. But otherwise, let us say we are posting with the current date. Okay. So let me go and prepare a FICA document directly. FPE1 post. Okay. Document date is today. Posting date is also today. Sometimes what happens? Document date can be today. Posting date can be tomorrow. Okay. That means somebody will have to change and post. Okay. Otherwise, usually it's the same date. Posting date means that's the date in which actually FICA will be posted. Okay. So document date is 20 and posting date is today. Our document type we have created just now as 50. Okay, it is 50 directly posting to FICA untraceable. Currency is INR, and we have created our reconciliation key as 5000, and we are going to post into company code 555. The BP item, okay, BP item is going to be basically 50 BP items. Now, taxes manual entry calculate automatically. Okay, so tax company code you can also give it manually or it will find out automatically. If you are maintaining in the subledger account a tax, it will take that as a testing. Okay. Now we will say, now if we select net receivable, then what will happen? The sub transaction value what you enter is a net. On that it will add the tax and then the amount will be debited. Okay. But if you don't select net receivable, that means the entry what you're entering for the sub transaction, it is taken as inclusive of tax. Then the system will separate the tax amount and the net value will be calculated. Okay. So now we will say continue. Now according to screen variant, first column is item number 1, item number 2, item number 3. The company code, our company code is 555. Business partner is 226. And the contract account, our first contract account is basically 5101. Okay, 5101. And the main transaction is basically 5000. Our main transaction is 5000 and less unreachable. And what is the sub transaction? Let's say I'm using 5001 and the amount is 3000 rupees. Now default values have been reset and then I will save it. So control indicators for controlling area 55 do not exist. Okay, fine. Now actually it is not an error, but we can as well maintain it. Transaction. We have defined one controlling area, but we are not given the indicators from which date the controlling area will be posted. Although we don't require directly here the controlling area, but when you are coming invoice through ISU, that time we require the controlling area. So we will maintain indicator right away. Okay. So go to the financial accounting new. You can go to controlling, general controlling, organization, maintain the controlling area. Maintain controlling area. Our controlling area same as the company code. So our controlling area is 555. So let me select controlling area, activate the components. New entry, fiscal year starting from 2019. Now we will not activate any component here like cost center or order management. Then it will ask the cost center. We'll just say the controlling indicators are maintained here and then save it. Okay. At this moment, we don't require any cost centers or anything. In future, when we are coming through ISU, we will see if required. That time we can use it. So control indicators are given. Now let me go to again post it. So posting date and the document date is 50 and reconciliation key 5000. Company code is this. BP item is 50 and then continue. Company code is 555, 226, contract account is 5101, main transaction, sub transaction, amount. Okay, it is 3000 rupees and then save it. Now document has been posted as first number we have used from the number range 90001. So 9001 is our first FICA document we have prepared 5101 90,001. That means 9,001. Okay, that's the first posting what we have done. FICA document 9001. Now let me post another FICA document, this time with the different contract account 50, reconciliation key 5,000, company code is this, BP item, GL item, and then continue. Same company code, business partner 226. Now contract account I'll maintain it as 3. Okay, and then main transaction 5,000. I can use other sub transaction, but since I want to show you how the system will consolidate the value for the GL account, I will use the same sub transaction. Okay, that is 5001. Let's say in this case the amount is going to be 2,000 rupees, and then save it. Now same entry, document type 50, reconciliation key, and then everything remains same. Continue. Company code, business partner, contract account I'll use it as 5104. Okay, main transaction 5,000, sub transaction same sub transaction I'm using, amount is, let us say, 6,000 rupees. Okay, and then post. Now every time you enter, it is what it is taking, 6,000 as the total value inclusive of tax. Okay, so here it is calculating what is the amount of tax included by doing the reverse calculation, determining the tax amount as 545 and the net value as 5454. This has happened in each posting. Okay, now save it. Okay, now what is the effect of the posting? Whenever you post any FICA document, whether it is coming generically through ISU invoice or telecom invoice or insurance or manually posting, when the FICA document is posted, automatically system will debit the amount to contract account. Because in our case, the sub transaction 5001 is a debit entry. Okay, so the amount is going to be debited to contract account. Only account that is posted is the contract account. The reconciliation account, energy account, price account, tax account, nothing will be posted. Okay, but these accounts and the corresponding values will be shown in the FICA document. Okay, so now we have to see how the FICA document will look like, and also whether system has updated the account receivable. Okay, so after doing this, our next topic later on will be configuring the account display, one of the most important tool what we have in FICA for displaying the the outstanding or receivables. Not only just receivable, a lot of information can be gathered from the account receivable. So let me go to the contract account receivable and payable, go to the account balance. Okay, now although I can see for business partner, I will see with the specific contract account. Our contract account is 5101. Okay, I want to see the account balance. List type, we'll be configuring all this, but we are using the standard right now. I'm selecting the open items. I'm going to select here all open items. Okay, all open items means the open items could be debit open items, credit open items. Right now what you have posted is a debit open item. So now we will say continue. So it is saying for FICA document, this is a FICA document 90,001. The date of posting is today and it is 2011 and 3,000 rupees. Okay, now receivable open, not at due. Okay, so let us find out why it is not due, because we have posted today, so tomorrow it will become receivable, because if you see the payment term, we have maintained it as immediately in the contract account. Okay, so it is showing it is not due immediately, but from tomorrow it will become due. So 3,000 rupees has been posted. Okay, now if I double click the document, it will take us to the FICA document. Okay, this is the document which has been posted into the FICA, and here we can see open item wise. Go to open item. Here you can see the contract account has been debited. Okay, you can see here using the main transaction 5,000, sub transaction 5001, the amount of 3,000 has been debited to the contract account. Now whenever debit happens to the contract account, there has to be reconciliation account. Okay, so if I double click 5101, it will show the reconciliation account is 1,48,000 and the amount is 3,000 rupees. Now one GL account is reconciliation account. What are the other GL items? The price account and the tax account. So now let's go to GL item. So here it is saying 800 is our price account. The value is 2727. That's the net price, and the tax is 272. Okay. That means in every FICA document, you have a value for the price account, the tax account, and the reconciliation account. Okay. And then what is the reconciliation key? If you go to the header level data, document header, okay, it is showing the reconciliation key as 5000. Okay. That means every FICA document what you are posting, it is showing for which reconciliation key that document was posted. Okay. Now this document will have so much of information as you move along. We'll start debugging it, like what is the tax data, payment data, dunning data, and all this information will get updated automatically. And if you enter the incoming payment, clearing analysis also, you can see right now the amount is still open. Okay, we are not at paid, and then it is available for payment entry. Okay, clearing amount is 0. Net due date is 2011-2019. Okay, maybe system date is still not reached 20, probably that's the reason it is not showing. So now this is for 9001. Similarly, if I see 5103 and then see the open item, I can see amount as 2000. And if I see 5104, then I will see 6000 rupees as the open item receivable. But instead of seeing for individual GL account, all the FICA documents, whatever you prepare, the information is held at the account level and also at the BP level. Okay, that's the advantage. Okay, even though you're posted for the contract account, the contract account belongs to BP. Okay, so all the FICA documents are held at the account level and also at the BP level. Okay, now if I enter the BP item, it will show the receivable for all the contract accounts. Our BP is 226, and then if I run show the open item, it is saying under this BP there are 3 open items: 9001, 9002, 9003 FICA documents. Total amount what receivable is 11,000, but this has happened because of 3 contract accounts: 5101, 5103, 5104. Okay, that means we are able to see the account display for individual contract account and also for the BP itself, for the whole BP. Okay. Now, are there any cleared items? If you say all items, it will show same items only because open items have not been cleared. Okay. But tomorrow, suppose if you enter any incoming payment for one of these account, then it is no more open. So if you run the open item, it will show only 2 open items because one has been cleared. But if you select all items, then it will show the open items and also cleared items. Okay. Right now, payment entry we haven't done. Payment entry itself has got a separate configuration that we have to do. That will come in due course of time. So we are able to see the account display. Okay. And document we have seen already how it looks like. Once again, we will have a look at the document. Once again, go to account balance and then select it. Select a particular document. If you go to environment, you can see document, change, reverse, reset, clearing. Okay. If you want to change anything, you can change, you can reverse. Okay. Reverse means maybe by mistake you have posted the wrong amount. You want to reverse. Okay. But if you want to reverse, then again you require a reconciliation key. You can use the same reconciliation key or different reconciliation key. And for reversal, you have to maintain again a separate document type in FICA. Okay. Like you're using 50 as a document type. For reversing, you have to use different document type. Reset clearing means suppose we have done one document cleared, okay, but while clearing we made a mistake, okay, so we want to reset the clearing. That means open item which was cleared earlier will be put back as open again. Then the amount what you cleared will become on account payment. It will become an open credit item, okay. So all these informations we will see display, okay, item, logical view, physical view, payments, returns, okay. Now, actually, the account balance is divided into receivable, down payments, totals, and the payment list. Okay. Now, payment list means basically it will show the payments what have been received. Okay. So far, how many payments have been received. Now, for business partner 226, you can see contract account 5101, business partner 226, 5103. Individually, it is showing what are the amounts due receivable. Okay. But in this case, each contract account has got exactly one FICA document. Okay. Tomorrow, suppose I post another FICA document for 5101, then it will add up here. But when I go to the document environment, the display, okay, or if I say the display item, then position the cursor. It is asking for the cursor, which item you want to see. Okay. If I select a particular item, go to environment, document, then display item. Okay. So now it is showing the particular line item what is posted in FICA. In FICA document itself, there can be multiple line items. Okay. But we are having only one item here. So basic data, business partner, contract account, what is the transaction we have used, what is the amount, GL amount, net due date, tax data, okay. What is the tax code we have used, payment data, still not come. But payment data means we are going to use some kind of payment methods in future, like bank transfer. So that information you can give it here. Dunning data, if any dunning has happened, what is the dunning procedure, dunning level, it will be updated automatically here. Okay. So this is as far as the individual item level, the main data screen. And if you go to header level data, you show what is document number, posting date, document number, document type used, reconciliation key, and the reference transaction. Okay, this reference transaction will come in the future when you transfer the data to financial accounting. Okay, so based on this reference key, we can find out the document posted to financial accounting. Okay, now document did not clear any item. So far, you have not cleared any item. So you can see the open item, that is contract account open item. You can see the GL items, and you can also see the tax items. Okay, so like that, document will give you very elaborate information. Okay, now throughout the day, like this, I'm doing the posting. Okay, end of the day, my process is complete. Okay, then what I will do, I have to transfer the data to financial accounting. Okay, in that case, we have to basically post to financial accounting, and a FICA document is posted. Now there is a document type already declared in financial accounting, SA as a document type. Just like 50 is the document type for posting into FICA, SA is the financial accounting document type that is already maintained in the configuration. So when I save, it is going to post to financial accounting, but it may ask for the posting key. Let us see. Uh, because normally when you prepare the invoice and post, it will ask for the posting key, but otherwise you can maintain. There's no harm here. FQZD, transaction code is FQZD. Maintain the posting key. We can copy from one of the company code, single copy. Our company code is 555. Okay. So posting keys are required and transfer account 4050. Document type is SA and then save it. So we have given this transaction. Now, first what we'll do, we'll close the reconciliation key so that, we are in a position to transfer the data to financial accounting. So go to contract accounts receivable and payable, go to the document, and now close the, reconciliation key. Close the reconciliation key. What is the reconciliation key? 5,000. Now it says postings can be still made. Okay. It is saying if you wish to use it, it is still in the open condition. You can use it for several postings. But otherwise, if you reach the end of the day, you may like to transfer the data to financial accounting, then you have to close. Okay. Now there are three summary records. That means there are three GL accounts in the picture for the FICA documents. One is the reconciliation account, one is the energy account, price account, and there is a tax account. So there are values for these GL accounts, but when you close it, the system will automatically, consolidate them, aggregate them. For each GL account, it will find out what is the total value arising because of closure of certain of the FICA document. So now we will say close. Are you sure you want to close? Yes. Now it says transfer to general ledger has not yet taken place, but otherwise the reconciliation key has been closed. Okay. Total records. There are totally three records here. 1,48,000, that is the reconciliation account, and 1,75,000, and then 8 lakh. Okay. It is showing the consolidated value. Okay. So you can see the item display here. Display for posting total. Okay. If I enter the reconciliation key, it will show what is the aggregated value. Okay. That means it has found out for 1,48,000 what is the value in each FICA document. Okay. In one case, it is 3,000 rupees. In one case, it is 2,000 rupees. In one case, it is 6,000 rupees. Okay. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 6, 11,000 rupees. Okay, it is showing 11,000 rupees. That means it has aggregated the value of the GL account 1,48,000. Likewise, it has aggregated the value of tax, aggregated the value of the price account. Okay, this is a total record, but you can also see itemization. Okay, how that 11,000 has come, from which FICA document, what value has been taken. Okay, so itemization for posting total. If you select here, reconciliation key is 5,000, and then if you see the itemization, it will show the list of FICA documents that were closed. Okay, now 5,000 reconciliation key for the contract account 9001, 9002, 9003, GL account 1,48,000. Okay, now for the individual contract account, posting value is coming to 3,000, 2,000, 6,000. Okay, these are the three values. It has summarized as 11,000 rupees. Similarly, tax is 272, 181, 545 with decimal adding to 1,000. And the net amounts have been added. It is coming to 10,000. That means total value to be posted to GL account has been determined. For 1,48,000, 11,000 rupees, and tax is 1,000, and then basically your net amount is, price amount is 10,000. So here itself we can see the account balance is happening. The total credit posting will be 11,000, debit posting is 11,000. So the accounting document can be posted. Now after the closure of the reconciliation key, now we are ready to transfer the data to financial accounting. So go to contract accounts payable and payable, and then go to periodic processing, forward posting, execution, transfer to general ledger. Okay, our reconciliation key is 5,000, and then list of documents created, local update, remove the test run. If you maintain the test run, it is like a simulation, whether our configuration is okay, whether it can be posted or not, it will show, but it will not do any posting. It will only show the information for the understanding purpose, whether everything is okay. But we actually want to transfer the data. So now we will say execute. Now reconciliation key is successfully transferred. Posting has started. Now this is the reference transaction, and then this is the reference key 5000,001. Okay, select this. Now we can see the accounting document has been posted. Okay, that means the total consolidated value have been posted here. So this is the advantage of FICA. Okay, what is happening here? If today I have prepared 1,000 FICA documents, if I was not using FICA, what would have happened? 1,48,000 GL account would have been posted 1,000 times. Okay, 1,75,000 should have been posted 1,000 times. 800 would have been posted 1,000 times. Okay, but it's not happening here. Only 1,000 invoices. Okay, but today I have created 1 million invoices. Okay, that means 1 million times you are posting 1,48,000, 1 million times 1,75,000. But because you're using FICA, that will not happen. What it will do, all the 1 million values of 1,48,000 will be aggregated. Okay, so 1 million FICA documents do not lead to 1 million invoices, 1 million accounting documents. 1 million FICA documents consolidated, everything posting as one single accounting document. So we are drastically cutting down the volume of data what you are posting into financial accounting. So now the accounting posting has happened. That means first post to FICA, end of the day close the FICA documents, summarize it, and then transfer to financial accounting. This is a scenario for every process. Okay, tomorrow suppose you enter incoming payment. Okay, first you enter incoming payment, again FICA document is posted. End of the day, you consolidate all the FICA documents and transfer data to financial accounting. That means you can never go to financial accounting directly. We have to go through only FICA, and then from FICA we have to consolidate everything and then send it to financial accounting. Okay, so this is a process how actually it happens, and that is what we have seen today. Okay, so today we have seen how to customize the document type, number ranges, account determination we carry forward, we completed. Then we have created the BP item line variant, and the reconciliation key we have understood, and we have posted the open FICA documents for 3 contract accounts, and we have also seen partially the document structure and the account display, and finally how to close the reconciliation key and transfer data to financial accounting. Okay, so whatever configuration we have done so far, it is all okay. It is helping us to post a FICA document. Okay. Now from here, we have to start building the, concept wise in the FICA. Once you post a FICA document, that means our account determination is working correctly, tax account determination is working correctly. That's the most important point. Okay. But now we have to build on this configuration, the next level of configurations like account display, payment entry, it will continue. Okay. So today we can complete here at this stage. Tomorrow we'll continue. Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay with me.
Okay. Thank you.
I was going to
Second,
ask a question.
yeah, please.
So the reconciliation key, when you're closing the reconciliation, is it usually does the company usually say, okay, we can do it daily or weekly or monthly?
Yeah. That frequency, yeah, they can decide. Usually they do once in a day or once in 2 days because um, best practices per day, because at the end of the day you are sure you have completed the task. Okay, because once you close
Okay.
the reconciliation key, there's nothing else to be done actually. Okay, the moment you decided reconciliation key, closure means your transactions are complete in FICA. Okay, so you better
Okay.
as well transfer data to financial accounting. So it is usually daily basis we transfer.
So I also I had another question. So this is let's say it's FICA is some, I mean FACA is something that like banks also use it, right? Because I can
Yeah,
imagine they have a lot of customers and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, correct. So basically, FICA is a standard subledger accounting system. It is actually cross application industry specific subledger accounting. It is a subledger accounting designed to work for SAP IS utilities, IS telecom, IS insurance. Originally, how it started, but then they expanded FICA to the media companies and then also public sector. Then there were some companies using non-industry specific solution like general SAP ECC6. Okay, but they have volume of transactions. So they also demanded, why not you should be given a FICA as the subledger accounting instead of the standard accounts receivable. Then SAP developed a FICA extended. Okay, so the application area generally in FICA will be the insurance, telecom, utilities, FICA extended, and then your media and the public sector. In all these companies, we can use the FICA. Is it okay?
Fine, sir.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Bye.